Good afternoon, folks, from Galloway in southwest Scotland. It's what time is it now? Oh, about 5:30 in the evening on February the 11th. It's freezing cold. It's looking a bit grey up there, and I've been down a couple of times. I haven't managed to post anything this year, so I thought it's time to give you an update. I came down the other week just to make sure the cottage was standing after Storm Eowyn went through, because Galloway was right in the path of the storm, and we've lost maybe a couple of hundred trees in the area. Most of the estates and parks are closed at the moment while they're clearing the debris. I lost the fence, but I'm glad to say the cottage is intact and the garage is still standing. So in here we have the MG Midget, and I thought it'd be useful just to give you a little bit of an update. As you'll see, she's back up on the rotisserie. That was not the easiest job in the world, I have to tell you, because it was a case of just gradually moving it up bit by bit and putting it on stands and bricks and one thing and another to get it up to the height where I could actually attach it again to the rotisserie, and having to do that single-handed was not an easy job. Anyway, there she is, she's up on the rotisserie, and you'll see that we've got inner wings fitted. So that's a job that I was doing over Christmas, New Year. Most of these panels were given to me by the previous owner who purchased them. This inner wing was intact. The whole thing was came in a oneer. It was a devil of a job to get it in, I have to say. A lot of trial fitting and fiddling around and shaving little bits off here and there, especially down in this area, to squeeze it in and get it in place and make sure it lines up properly. I've welded, as you can see, in a couple of places just to hold it in, and I've got welds on the top doing the same job. So I'm happy with the position, and will be able to go ahead and finish welding the whole thing. This one came in bits, so I did various panels, but not the whole thing together. This panel here, this outer section was missing, so I had to buy one of these, and I've welded them in. And there isn't a replacement for that section down there, which is this one. So I've manufactured that myself from some sheet steel, and yeah, I'm pretty happy. It looks pretty much like the original. It welded in place very easily, and the whole thing fits quite nicely. So both inner wings are in. This has been tacked in as well, and a few more welds still to go to finish it off. One of the things I've wrestled with a little bit is the positioning here. Now, I've welded this in, but I'm not 100% sure of the relationship between this inner wing and the outer sill. So I've looked at a bunch of videos that other people have done online, and do you know what? They all vary. So I'm not 100% sure, but on this side, as you see, I've fitted the outer wing just to kind of give me a sense of, to make sure that everything's kind of where it is before I finish off. If you remember, I had some issues with the outer sill welds, so I need to tidy them, the ones that popped up. But I thought before I do, I'll fit the outer wing and make sure everything lines up. And in fact, it lines up pretty neatly. If you look there, it lines up with the outer sill and the wheel arch line up really well. The gap, I'm pretty happy with. Couldn't be much happier than that. And with the A-post cover, it's pretty neat as well. So it fits very nicely into where it should do in there. I haven't welded the A-post in place yet, but it's looking good. And the door, this is an original door. Got decent door gaps here, not too bad at the back here, and as you can see, the outer sill and the wheel arch are going to line up nicely there when I put the replacement section in there. And the door opens and closes neatly. Now, putting this outer wing on involves the easiest way to do it is to put this screw in first, which goes through a hole in this channel here. And that, once you've got that sort of on, then you can kind of push it in and eventually get it in position so you can get these 3 bolts through. It's not easy, it's a struggle, takes a while, a lot of cursing, but it's in. I haven't put there's another bolt that goes through, where are we? Down in here somewhere, where my finger is, down there, which I haven't put through yet. Felt it didn't really need that to get it positioned. So, so that one went on pretty well. And this side is pretty much done. Once I've finished welding these in, I think we're good and everything's where it should be. So I mean, I've taken a lot of time over this side. It's all pretty brand new, so I'm delighted that it all fits where it should do. But the one thing, as I say, again on this side, I'm not entirely sure about this. So if I can crawl under here and pull back a little bit, this is the outer. This is the wing, outer wing here, and this is the inner wing, and there's this kind of gap through there, so I'm wondering if this needs to come out. So I need to pop these and just pull it across to line it up. As I say, the videos online are all pretty different, so I have welded this in here, so I need to have a kind of closer look at that and make sure it all pulls in tight to where it should do. So that's going to be, I think, my job for this weekend. Finish all this side off. Say weekend, the next 2 or 3 days. On this side, unfortunately, there's been a tear out here, so I couldn't bolt the wing on this side. So I just had to kind of hold it in place. And it looks to be okay. I think it fits pretty reasonably into that shape, and it does come in line here, so fingers crossed. I think we might be all right there. Part of the reason I'm anxious about this side, I've kept the original, well, repaired, but kept the original inner A-post. Not the prettiest thing, and I've got to do some tidying up on it. So that should give me some confidence. I bought this new outer A-post cover, and I'm not too happy with it, I have to say. I got it from Moss, and I had to drill the holes in it. It didn't come pre-drilled with these holes, which is weird, and it didn't come with this cutout here, which would have been good to line it up, and it's a bit wide on that side, so it's a bit disappointing, that cover, but anyway, I'll tidy that up. The problem I have on this side is the door. There is no original door. The door that came with this car when I got it is, if we can just zoom in, that red door there, which you might recall from previous videos. I measured and realized, because it seemed to be too small for the gap, and when I measured it, I realized at some point that door has been altered. The skin's been taken back and a little bit shaved off the door to make it fit another car, and so I end up buying this one, which is a new old door. It's never been used, so that's the full original size, and it looks great, but and the gaps are going to be fine, but it's tight. I can close it, but it especially when you work your way up, it's a little bit tight there, which may be because this was a replacement section that one of the previous owners did. It's okay up here, and then it's tight again at the top, so I'm gonna have to do a bit of working out to do that. And as you can see, I still haven't fitted this, obviously, so this side's going to need a little bit more fiddling to get it right, but hopefully we'll get there in the end. And once I've fully welded in these inner sills, and so the inner the wheel arches, inner wheel arches, and I'm happy with the position of the sills, and I can tidy up the welds that didn't go so well. We'll be pretty much done. I've got two wings here because I bought the grey one first, and then when I bought this other wing, the guy just gave me both, so I have to work out which one of these two I want to use, but they're pretty much identical. So I guess once I'm happy that I've got everything in the right place, the job's done, time to get the suspension fitted, get the wheels on, get it off the rotisserie, and yeah, we'll have the basis of a car. So that's where I'm at this stage. Thank you for sticking with me. Let me know what you think. If you've any thoughts on it, give me a like, subscribe, all the usual stuff. And when I've done the next bit of work on this side and I'm absolutely happy that it's all welded in, I'll do another video and update you at that stage. But for now, that's all. Bye for now then.